7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight we're going to be having some drinks, playing some Warzone, so if you want to check that out, first link down in the description. Hopefully I see you there. But without further ado, let's dive into the story of Season 3. As you guys know, this week Season 3 was released for Modern Warfare. And with Season 3, there was a new cutscene added in. And never, and I mean never, have I been asked so many questions about a story of such a small individual cutscene. And this cutscene does have a lot more information than you first meets the eye. First of all, this cutscene relates to both the Season 1 and Season 2 cutscenes to tie together an overarching story, which we'll dive into. But it also progresses the story of two individual characters to a pretty large extent. First of all, Ghost, Alex, and even Price a little bit as well. And in today's video, we are going to dive into that story, the full story of Season 3. But to start things out, we first need to have a look at that cutscene. So, here it is.
Simon.
Right.
Can you talk?
I can listen.
Zakhaev's plan is working. The armistice in Verdansk is officially fallen. It's bloody chaos.
Tell me something I don't know.
I got a fighting. Operators inbound onto your position.
They better be good.
They are.
Echo 3-1, reporting for duty.
Alex, thought you were dead.
You still standing?
You ready for a gunfight?
Let's get evil.
So the first thing I need to address is right off the hop, Captain Price is on the radio with Ghost, and he says a name. And a lot of people think that he called Ghost Soap, as in Soap McTavish from Modern Warfare 2. So just to clear it up, here is what he said.
Simon.
So here's the thing. He doesn't say soap. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but here we are. So I never personally heard him say soap, but what he actually says here is Simon, as in Simon Riley, which is of course Ghost's full name. He goes by Simon Ghost Riley. And just to prove it, what I did is I slowed down the audio and turned up the volume on it, and when you do so, you can very clearly hear him say Simon as opposed to soap. So very clearly, as you can hear there, he is saying Simon, not Soap, for Simon Ghost Riley. But now that we've got that out of the way, at the end of the cutscene, we find out that Alex is still alive and kicking. Just this time, only kicking with one leg. Now, if you don't remember, what happened to Alex at the end of the campaign is all of them were storming Roman Barkov's gas facility, planning on blowing it up. But upon getting to the gas facility, they find out that the remote detonator has broken. And basically, Alex offers himself to go in and blow it up himself, essentially sentencing himself to death. But, as I said before, if you don't see someone die in a movie or video game, they are probably not dead. And as we find out, that is 100% true. The second thing that kind of confused me here is why was this cutscene taking place on Rust? But it turns out it actually makes quite a bit of sense. You see, the last mission of the Modern Warfare campaign takes place in the country of Germany. Now, before Rust was launched into Modern Warfare, they actually put out a little bit of a teaser on a Snapchat film. And this came alongside with some coordinates. When you put those coordinates into the GPS, it actually led you to, once again, the country of Georgia. So the events of this cutscene compared to the ending events of the Modern Warfare campaign are actually in extreme close proximity. So here's where things get weird. So first of all, we find out in this cutscene, it appears as though Captain Price has known that Alex wasn't dead this entire time. The reason why we know this is because in this cutscene, Captain Price says that he's sending the perfect operators to help on his mission.
Operators inbound onto your position.
And then we find out that one of those operators that was actually sent was not out. But it gets weirder because Ghost recognizes Alex right away.
Echo 3-1, reporting for duty.
Alex, thought you were dead.
Now this means one of two things. Either Price told Ghost about Alex and his death, or two, Ghost knew Alex before the events of Modern Warfare. You see, there was always a little plot hole in the story of Modern Warfare. And that's the fact that at the end of the game, we finally get to hear that Captain Price has wanted to put together a task force called Task Force 141. And here's the thing that didn't make any sense to me. Throughout the entire campaign, Alex was always wearing a patch on his shoulder with the logo for Task Force 141. Now, apparently, according to the story of Modern Warfare, this is before Task Force 141 ever existed. However, after this cutscene in Season 3, what appears to make more sense is that Task Force 141 existed prior to the events of Modern Warfare. It was just not under the jurisdiction of General Shepard or Kate Laswell as here. Which means that Alex was a part of Task Force 141 along with Ghost before any of this ever happened. At least that's what it's seeming to look like. Now that we have answered all of those questions, the next question is, how does this Season 3 cutscene tie into the overarching story of Modern Warfare? And essentially it all comes down to one line that Captain Price says to Ghost.
Crime's plan is working. The armistice in Verdansk is officially fallen. Bloody chaos.
Armistice in Verdansk has fallen. What exactly does this mean? To understand this, we have to go back to the end of the campaign and specifically look at the post-credits cutscene. In it, it says this.
Nice script. What's his name?
We don't know.
First line. Hello. Price. Line.
I'm in joint command with Sergeant Cameron of the Allegiance.
Look up differences aside. Together, this is armistice. This is our first direct action against Al-Qaeda.
So the Armistice is a joint operation between the coalition and the Legion to work together against Al-Qatala and Ibn Zakea. And this plan probably would have worked, but as we see in the Season 1 trailer, Nikto and some Allegiance soldiers shoot down an Al-Qatala chopper containing gas. And once they do so, some coalition soldiers show up and during this entire thing, Al-Assad overwatches this, knowing his chopper was shot down, but doesn't care because the Allegiance and Coalition are fighting against each other, tearing Armistice apart. And this is similar to what we see in Season 2 cinematic, when Ghost shows up and says,
Oh, yeah. You think so? Yeah.
Lies. Something's wrong in Verdansk. The target's wrong. I need to find out why. Send fighters I can trust.
So basically in Season 2, Ghost finds that Al-Qatala and Al-Assad's plan is working, and Armistice soldiers are now fighting against each other. The Allegiance and Coalition are going head-to-head along with fighting.
Bak. Watching something about Mom Walker. Oh, there's someone down there.
Deze place all off.
Didn't really matter.
Maybe I'm not all night.
Alright.
Current war in Verdansk. And along with that, Ghost asks for soldiers that he can trust to fight alongside him. And that's exactly what he gets in Season 3. Captain Price sends him a bunch of soldiers, including Alex, that Captain Price knows he can trust. And once again, are probably in Task Force 141. And that is when we find out this.
Crime's plan is working. The armistice in Verdansk is officially fallen. Bloody chaos.
Tell me something I don't know.
So that plan for the Coalition and the Allegiance to work together as Armistice has fallen apart. This is plan the entire time was to make this happen, make them fight against each other so that they and Alcatala could totally take over Verdansk. And it worked. So where this leaves us is kind of unclear. With the beginning of Season 3, we now know that Ghost is working alongside soldiers he can trust, specifically alongside Alex. Now, we don't know what their next move is now that Armistice has fallen, but we know that they are going to try to take back Verdansk and that fight against Alcatala, Al-Assad, and Imran Zakhaev. But we don't know what that next move is yet. That'll be until Season 4. So, as always, guys, I'd love to hear what you think about all of this down in the comments. If you have any theories, ideas, let me know what they are down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it is always appreciated if you do hit that.
Few first-person shooter games are as revered as the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare trilogy. I always fear more, and this is a close Modern Warfare cut. Now, because the makers of the Modern Warfare storylines, we want you to know we're well aware that the most recently revealed title is going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare. No number, but it's the 4th game in the series. This is distinctly different from Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which is the first game in the Modern Warfare series. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was then followed by Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, it's a weird number system, but hey, it's still not as confusing as zombies storyline. Out, but you're most likely here because you want to hear the Modern Warfare story. So, let's get into it. The events in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series are loosely informed by actual historical events, and by loosely I mean very loosely, in the basic sense that World War II laid the groundwork for a Cold War between Russia and the US that lasted from the mid-1940s to the early 1990s. This was a competition of sorts between two of the world's largest political powerhouses, and was at least partially inspired by a looming possibility of nuclear warfare between the countries. Further, events such as 1986's Chernobyl nuclear accident really did happen, but because this is a modern textbook, we won't go too deep into the nuance of all that stuff. If you want to take a look, it's in a book. Further, the first two games in the Modern Warfare series don't always reference specific dates, so some of this timeline involves sequences of events based on context cues. And so it begins. If you're a fan of HBO, the Chernobyl disaster took place on April 26, 1986, at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the nearby town of Pripyat, Ukraine, when a falsely constructed nuclear reactor went haywire. More than 30 people perished due to the effects of this incident, which also left deadly pockets of radiation in the surrounding areas for years. John Rice, who was then a young lieutenant, said would later refer to this event as Christmas for bad guys, since the disaster allowed them to get their hands on nuclear material even up to a decade later. One such bad guy was Imran Zakhaev, an extremely powerful Russian leader. The British government had authorized an assassination order on Zakhaev, and Price, in command of Captain Macmillan, was tasked with infiltrating Pripyat in order to undertake this effort. The two men managed to get a vantage point on Zakhaev and his associates. As the bad guys began their exchange, Price managed to blow Zakhaev's arm off with a sniper rifle that was never confirmed to hit. 15 years later, fast forward to 2011, a civil war in Russia pits government loyalists against ultranationalist rebels. In the Middle East, British intelligence is keeping its eyes on Khalid al-Assad, a ruthless military commander tightening his grip on the region. Price is now a captain in the British Special Air Services, or SAS, and John Soap McTavish, fresh out of selection, joins Price's regiment. What the hell kind of name is Soap? Part 1. Zakhaev's Influence. 2011, Day 1. Soap's first mission, the actual date of which is not known but is referred to as Day 1, puts him on an Estonian freighter ship near the Bering Strait. There, his team finds a shipment of cargo with Arabic words on it, but is only able to secure a manifest before a Russian team attacks the ship. The SAS team escapes. The same day in the Middle East, al-Assad shoots a world leader, President Yasser al-Fulani, on live television. 2011, Day 2. The next day, the SAS team goes on a mission to rescue Nikolai, an informant in the ultra-nationalist camp in Russia, who also supplied the intel about the Estonian cargo ship. The mission is successful, though they do lose some people in their efforts. In the meantime, Sergeant Paul Jackson and his group of United States Marines comprising the 1st Force Recon under the leadership of General taking down al-Assad and keeping the station where he supposedly drawn. The mission is a bust, though, when they arrive to discover al-Assad is not broadcasting live, but in fact playing a recording. I mean, I know I get mad when I find out things are pre-recorded, but this is a whole new level. 2011, Day 3. Sergeant Jackson's team gets a lead learning that he may have obtained new Russian warfare. No big deal. He ordered an assault on his presumed location, weakening the opposition's defenses. But when they receive confirmation of a nuclear device in al-Assad's palace, they are forced to retreat and assist in the evacuation of the city. A friendly copter en route to the next location goes down. Jackson and several other members of the USMC try to perform a search and rescue to save their troops. Miles away, a man named Vladimir Makarov makes a decision that will change the course of history. Makarov is Zakhaev's prodigy, and he's the one who gives orders for al-Assad to detonate a nuclear These two men will each have significant roles throughout this trilogy. All of them before modern warfare first came in series and massive nuclear blast caused tremendous devastation, taking the USMC team down as well as numerous aircraft and buildings. Sergeant Paul Jackson is killed in action, and it's apparent that all local members of the 1st Force Recon have been killed as well. There are just a handful of 30,000 troops who died in the blast. 2011, Day 4. Trying to locate al-Assad at a safe house, thanks to coordinates they received from Nikolai. They track al-Assad down, but he won't give any information about how he got the order. However, thanks to a call to al-Assad's Price realizes that al-Assad was working with Zakhaev, shot that fateful day at Chernobyl 15 years earlier. Once they have the information they need, Price casually executes al-Assad. 8 hours later, the SAS team in Azerbaijan Staff Sergeant a combined SAS/USMC joint operation brings the team to southern Russia. They believe that if they can track down Zakhaev's son, they can make him shed light on his father's whereabouts. Sergeant Kamarov, a Russian loyalist, leads him, but before they can get any information, Zakhaev's son shoots himself. Enraged by the death of his son, Zakhaev commands all U.S. and British forces to leave and says that there will be consequences if they refuse to comply. In the meantime, Price directs the joint squad to overtake the missile. Less than the world. At the start of the mission, and the only way to stop them is to require control of the weapons can kill more than 40 million people in the United States. Down to wire, the team successfully enters the coast, saving the United States. However, when they escape the facility and thrilling hardship, the entire team is incapacitated by an exploding weapon. Zakhaev and the two guards emerge to ensure they're dead, killing Drake as he tries to drag the wounded Silk to safety. As Zakhaev methodically executes the downed SAS members, the loyalist forces led by Kamarov shoot down a Soviet helicopter behind Zakhaev, distracting him, and is not long enough for Price to pass a gun along to Soap. Soap then uses this gun to kill Zakhaev and company, moments before Kamarov comes to the aid. Part 2, Zakhaev's Legacy, 2011 to 2016. While the exact dates of the events you know that they all occurred between Zakhaev's death and the start of the event of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which takes place in 2016. Zakhaev is now regarded as a martyr throughout Russia. In his absence, protege Makarov has stepped up as the leader of the ultra-nationalists. In the meantime, American, Australian, Canadian, and British forces have come together to develop a Task Force 141. So, it also includes General Shepard, who led the USMC troops during the devastating nuclear blast of 2011. Operation Kingfish begins on October 8, 2013. It's a joint operation where Task Force 141 and members of a team called Delta Force attack a facility. Operation Kingfish turns out to be a tracking. Also, sometime between 2013 and 2016, the Russian ultra-nationalist party defeats the loyalists, unifying the country. Tensions between Russia and the United States remains high. And that brings us to the events of Call of Duty Modern Warfare August 10th, 2016. Private Joseph Allen of the 1st Battalion Rangers. Shepard tells Sergeant Foley how he was the best of the best. After Shepard against the opposition forces, Shepard recruits him for Task Force 141. August 11th, 2016. After the Russians began a following satellite federal operative Barry Rose Anderson infiltrated an air base in Russia to attempt to confiscate data concerning the satellite's attitude to gas, otherwise known as the ACS Bureau, which could otherwise give the Russians sensitive intel about their intelligence operation. When their position was compromised and global forces they planted in base, and bad attitude. August 12, 2016. Disturbing content noticed on Twitter. Allen assumes the new identity of Alexei Borodin. Now, deep undercover, he joins the ultra-nationalist leader Makarov, who takes him and the rest of his men to the Sakhaev International Airport in Moscow. Before emerging from the elevator, Makarov gives them the succinct order. Emerging from the elevator, Makarov leads a massacre at the airport in a day that will forever live in infamy, as the moment Activision decided it needed to include at least one extremely controversial scene per game to generate hype. It's only revealed later that Yuri, the young radicalized associate of Zakhaev's who witnessed the nuclear detonation, had begun questioning his allegiance and made an effort to try to stop this massacre. However, Makarov found out about this effort to stop him, shooting him and leaving him for dead. Even as he was rapidly losing blood, Yuri attempted to stop Makarov. Once the act of terrorism is complete, Makarov shoots Allen, revealing that he knew Allen was working for the CIA the entire time. Makarov's objective was to frame the American for the act of terrorism to spark public unrest in the name of the ultra-nationalist cause. And it worked. Makarov leaves the scene of the massacre with the words, "The Americans thought he could deceive us. When they find that body, all of Russia will cry for war." And that they did. August 13th, 2016, day 4. Outside of Makarov's camp, the only ones who know the truth about the setup are Task Force 141. As they predict, this event ignites a major international conflict between the Russians and the Americans, which later is known as the Russo-American War, or World War III. Trace one of the bullets used in the massacre to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to someone named Alejandro Rojas, aka Alex the Red. They're able to track Rojas' consistent movement, enhanced interrogation from Soap, and fellow 141 member Simon Ghost Riley provides the team with information in a scene that would make me talk in a higher pitched voice, if you get me. Soap soon captures Rojas by jumping through a window and tackling him off of a house in one of the most badass scenes I've seen, and Rojas provides information that the person Makarov hates most is a prisoner at a Russian gulag. Task Force 141, which is believed to have been tracked by intelligence gained by the ACS unit, escapes local militia in Brazil with the help of Soap's old friend Nikolai. Soon after, they embark on a mission to rescue the mysterious Prisoner 627 for more information, enlisting the help of the 6th Fleet and the U.S. Navy SEALs. In the meantime, U.S. Army Ranger Private James Ramirez, Sergeant Foley, Corporal Dunn, and their fellow troops assist civilians after a surprise attack on Washington, D.C. by Russian forces. Since Shepard's team is out of the country, he takes command of this unit. August 14, 2016, Day 5. Force 141 successfully raids the Gulag with the help of the Navy SEALs and comes face-to-face with prisoner 627. Plot twist, it's your old friend, Captain Price. Against Shepard's orders to focus on killing Makarov's assassin, Price takes command of Task Force 1.